Polina, good afternoon. Hello, happy to see you. And also, let's say what's going to happen here, what's going to happen during this part. Friends, I wanted to give a poll. Please imagine that a company from the city of Perm with a headcount 65 people managed to tap into more than 100 countries in the world. Just imagine that. Let's give a round of applause to that. It's an incredible fact of your biography. In Latin America, they are present in 17 countries where they generate more than half of their exports. At the same time, the company works on their own funding. They produce everything themselves and they overcome sanctions. Galileosky produces telematic system. These are special devices, right? Am I saying it right? You're smiling. Or did I make a mistake? I hope it's right. These are devices I'm reading because it's really not easy to capture. This technology tracks transportation and technology. In the last year, they tripled their export. They have produced more than 1 million devices. And we hope that Polina will tell us how a small company managed to conquer Latin America, Middle East, and why you decided not to work in India, by the way, not to work in China, and what role does trust and family values play in geo-expansion? Polina, over to you. The most difficult question for today, raise your hands, those people who know why, when, and how telematics is applied. Oh, I'm so happy I'm not the only one, because usually it's a very narrow area. It's deep specialization, so I'm very happy that there are people in the audience who know what the topic is about and you know what are the limitations of this topic. As a business, we are B2B2B. It's very difficult because we are just a part of the system that is sold to end user. It is both our advantage and our limitation. The advantage is that it's deep specialization. We as a company were founded in 2008. We are located and we will continue being located in the city of Perm. Our first export location was Serbia. We went there in 2012. We did not focus on exports back then, and conscious work on geographical expansion began in 2022, so we're really proud of our results. Let me explain. We have development and we have production. We have a production line in the city of Perm. We're very proud of this. Our production is really a lean production, fully automation, a lot of robotics, really beautiful, and new equipment has just been provided for us, so we really love it. We don't have a billion valuation yet, but for this narrow topic of telematics, we are leading in telematics, in professional telematics. And we take more than 80% of the market in professional telematics. Throughout all this time, we've had more than 500 partners. We have more than 500 partners now. It's not easy to leave us. Partners stay with us. And also, it's a great advantage of this deep specialization. More than 1 million devices have been sold throughout our lifetime, current lifetime. And we're very proud that we have 33% of our sales are exported sales. During 2021 to 2025, our export has grown by 3.2 times, and it's a result of purposeful and intensive work. It doesn't happen for no reason. On the map, you can see countries where we are present. The countries that we know about a lot, we've heard about them, and every country is different. Every country has a different demand and different pain points. Unfortunately, our solutions cannot be just copy-pasted from one country to another because the conditions are different and the requirements of our clients are different. And we as a company have high requirements to our team of engineers, developers, and salespeople. We have significant limitations, just like any project we exist in limited area. We use only on our funding. we use our funding only partially. It provides our security and safety and reliability, and we are very consciously we're making our choices ourselves. We cannot outsource our production. We had a negative experience of outsource production, but in our technological process, there is something that does not allow us to outsource it. We can only produce it on our production line, and it's a huge constraint. We have a local team. Our people work in the office, all of them in the office, and they come and say, we want to work in the office. We are tired of remote work. We believe it's our advantage, and also it's a small leverage that helps us to boost efficiency. And also, we produce the products that are sanctioned, obviously, and every country requires a separate certification. And it's a high entry barrier, which takes time, which takes money, which takes efforts and creativity, so to speak. What drives us forward? Our difference is that at some point we made the right choice. We decided to focus on professional telematics, which means that we got very deep into our product and we got very deep into the options for clients that we are offering. We have a very technical and consulting support, and for export market, this is key. We are providing technical consulting and support. Technical skills of our engineers are much higher rather than those of other teams that we work with. They have great skills of customers. Customers know very well what they want. Customers know what they need from telemetric devices. But engineering team in those countries requires step-by-step control and assistance. So the technical part that we have ensures long-term cooperation with enterprises in different countries, and we develop our cooperation because indeed we help our clients step by step. We train them step by step. Despite the fact that we have a lot of training materials, we keep on training people through webinars, through educational programs, through consulting in person. Also, another success factor, we try different team setups, but expats, for some reason, live in the city of Perm. They are great ambassadors of our product in their home regions. We're very lucky. We have an expat from Latin America, but I guess he's our flagship employee. He closes a lot of markets. But we had failures as well. We couldn't work in Africa. We could not work with remote teams, with expatriates who left to live in Europe, those who left to other countries, to the Middle East, to Latin America, and others. I guess this is just our local experience. Still, I'm happy to share it. And there's another important statement. We are client-focused. Our team is really client-focused. It's a mere phrase, but what it means for us is that every person in logistics, an assembly person, marketing people, obviously, a developer, administrator, all of these people are super engaged. And they are making sure that it's convenient for the client. Even accountant and legal, they're making sure it's convenient for our clients. It's every stage of our services. How did we tap into other countries? We tapped with a lot of work, with legs and arms. We took part in industry exhibitions with business missions, professional social networks, and professional marketing. We produce the heart of the system, and some partners that produce the other parts of the system, they work in other countries, and we are always supporting each other all the time. We hold joint events online and offline. We do some other marketing activities, and this is what really helps us. Despite all these steps, having said it all, preparation is key. It's not enough just to attend exhibition. You can get a stand at the exhibition if there is no money for your own stand at the exhibition. But most importantly, we must know what is our purpose, how we analyze our clients. In advance, we arrange for meetings at that exhibition, and we do this preparatory step in advance before the exhibition, so that at the exhibition we can make a decision and sign some documents. This way we respect the time, both our time and the time of our partners. Targeted partners, we always choose partners in advance. And when you analyze potential, how far we can work together, how much we can do for each other, active listening. When there are cultural differences at place, then Together with colleagues, we discussed that you should carefully listen and carefully observe the behavior of your interlocutors and mirror their behavior to some extent. Of course, intercultural communication books are great, but in case if we mismatch their cultural code, then it will be very difficult to convince them in words that we can cooperate and it can be efficient. Flexible cooperation. It's about the fact that every time we may have different terms and conditions. Yes, it's labor-intensive. You have to think, you have to be creative, you have to find for options that are good both for us and for them, that are win-win. Where we made a decision not to work in China. Why did we do this? Because they are guru in reverse engineering and features of interface market and local market. It's too costly for us for now. We had a local representative in India, and we have a few cases implemented in India. But despite this fact, we made a decision to quit working in India. What's the reason? Low check, a lot of bureaucracy, and also local market has its own features and peculiarities, and it's economically not feasible for us. But where do we love working? We love being in Brazil. The first sale was in 2021, and ever since we love Brazil. Something that has been mentioned here before, trust. Trust is a system of relationship that goes beyond business relationship only. It's very important. I can't emphasize it enough for how important it is for these people. Their birthdays. They congratulate you. They want to talk to you 24/7 during weekends as well. Being friendly to this and being happy and feedback, this is what's key. Our principle, the way we work with experts, we choose exclusive distributor and we build long-term relationship with this exclusive distributor on the ground. We always invest in the partner. We help them to gain certification. We'll help them with leads. We provide leads. We help them when we support them. It sounds very basic, very generic, but it's time-consuming and energy-consuming. It takes a lot of effort, trust me. Average deal cycle is 3 months. Currently, we have 17 countries of presence. We are growing. We have 18 partners, and more than half is experts. High context has been mentioned today. Let me not reiterate it. And we have a little life hack about Latin America. Since we have a Brazilian guy on our team, we send him to his relatives for 3 months, and he does a roadshow, he meets different people, and he works on cooperation, because handshake in person is very important. Without meeting person to person, without handshakes, it's impossible to do business in Brazil. We had a few cases. The curve looks very nice. We are very proud of these projects. There is certain specificity and specialization in different countries that we work with. And for every country, for every company, for every business, you must develop a tailored solution, special versions. Of course, it's additional cost for us. But since telematics, in most of the cases, or in all of cases, it's engaged in all industries. Telematics is relevant everywhere. This is why our case is different. It's agriculture, oil and gas, it's mining industry, etc. Middle East. We do respect this region. This region is very open to technological solutions. They are rather looking for us themselves, and they expect that we will support them, that we will provide individual approach, customized approach. 10 countries, 13 partners. It's the second region in terms of volume for us. It accounts for 35% of our experts. These people are very interesting. It's very important to be physically present next to them. This is why we always attend exhibitions. We have offline meetings with our key partners in the Middle East. We've been there since 2021. Our cases. Let's have a look at examples. It's about the volume. It's about some nuances of these cases. In case if you want to know more, I'll be very happy to take your questions, or on our Telegram channel, we usually talk about our cases. what we usually do before we tap in a new market. Customer development is clear, of course, but before CastDev, it's important to answer a few questions that are more business-oriented. How this business need is met now? Who is already available in the market? How are we different? So that we make sure that financials add up before we start doing customer development. When we have all the financials, then you can reach out to your end clients there. And in previous speeches, we could hear about this. And I wanted to emphasize it's not geography that matters, but ecosystem around the product that is what matters. You must interact with partners. Everybody loves kittens and cats. Everybody wants to export. I wish best of luck to all of you. I believe that success is a result of a lot of efforts. Thank you very much. I have numerously mentioned I admire your experience and the experience that you have and the knowledge that you have. And right away, we have questions. And it's for a reason, because you really can't help start asking questions. And it's a unique opportunity to ask questions. Over to you.
Thank you. I'm Nikita. And supplier on the periphery, control of pressure in tires. Can you share any experience about working in Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan? Are there any specifics? Yes, long money and money is scarce. Money is scarce in commercial companies, and perhaps Russian management helps them, and maybe they're getting better.
Спасибо большое за интересный доклад.
Thanks for the interesting presentation. Our solutions are based on your platform, Galileosky. Why don't you work in Africa? Well, we do. It is not a key region for us because it is slow, not much money. Yes, each year we have some sales and there is interest, but this is long money. Vladimir, together with Ivan, we are taking a product to Burkina Faso next week. That's why my question about Africa. How did you build your team for international sales? Because I am putting together a team for that at our company. Your experience is interesting. It's hard and challenging experience. Something that worked, Western education. This is a special system of communicating with people and presenting yourself, your product, your solution. Expats, it's valuable when the person is from a different culture. Yes, you have to invest in them to build their technical knowledge, but for us, they have been decisive. Perhaps these are the two key factors. Approach Polina in the lobby if you have more questions and give just a few minutes before your presentation, we scanned QR code. A survey with the question, what international market are you looking to in the first place? And these are the names of countries and regions. I would ask you, I hope you have not answered this question yet. Which would be your priority region?
Бизнес, который с продуктом, емкость большая. Есть.
Latin America,
Чтобы опробовать
where
а потом Латам.
first perhaps to try it in Middle East and then Latin America.
экран на результаты.
So let's look.
Какие у нас здесь... Так, во-первых, самое интересное, что, посмотрите,
Interestingly,
Индия очень четко здесь...
India, very clearly in the center.
То, что вы тоже упомянули.
And what you mentioned,
Здесь у нас что? У нас здесь СНГ, Эмираты, Турция, Индонезия. Что-то повторяется, не понимаю.
Emirates, Turkey, Indonesia.
Да наши любимые тоже здесь тоже замечательные ответы есть такие.
На самом деле Индия, несмотря на то, что
India,
рынка очень большой,
even though it's a huge market, it has very little money. There's very little money in India. Think twice, 10 times before you go to India. With the U.S., we have the U.S. is an incredibly interesting market, but you need to be a resident. You need to.
удаленно этот рынок
You cannot develop this market remotely, only if you're there.
У нашего блока тегов. Ну вот такие вот у нас сейчас
So
друзья.
this is
Спасибо вам за
the arrangement.
действительно вашу энергию, как
Thank you, colleagues,
нам здесь
for your energy.